taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut, season off top, you stop breathing.
Oh man, but I think we may have one more topic left, and this will just be a quick one. LB,
what's good, yo? Welcome
review
to the Real Talk, where as
the
always,
latest
Shitsville, we talk
DC
about
movies.
I'm your host for tonight,
live animation,
and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Right. Yeah, Justice League, Crisis on Infinite Earths, Part 1.
God, aka the
So
Goat
let me
Artist,
get out the
aka
movie
LB,
review
aka
question, movie review format questions.
You know what it is, man.
So,
RingGangRadio.com,
what do you
the
think was
building,
the
El
best thing about
Capitan,
that
World
movie?
Still Up. Tuesday Night Rants, let's get it.
Yes, sir. Ring Gang in the house,
There's
my friend,
several
always. And
best
as always, I got
things.
my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce
But I
himself.
guess for me,
Hey yo, what's good? You already know who
Like,
this is. Your boy
it-
King People, nigga boxing.
it seemed like
Gang Radio all
it was
day.
the
Let's
spin
go.
on the multiverse
No
or
bans.
into infinite worlds or whatever.
It's snowing.
because
I'm not
Right.
going. So.
That might be the
No
closest
bans.
answer.
I'm not even
But
there.
for a while,
There's a
that
bar
whole
right there.
multiverse shit
It's a
got
word,
played out.
word.
That's what I'll be proud.
It just got stale. Like, everybody just kind of
and
just,
last but certainly not
ran
least, I got
with
my
it
other
and
man with me.
just-
I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
you know,
Hey,
just
what's fine,
overdid it, and it's just like, okay, y'all can't do nothing else with it.
Prepare for liftoff.
I mean, even South Park was
Radio
making fun
Tuesday
of
special.
it.
Let's get it.
Fucking
Yes, sir. Conscious
and
Pie
the
Station
Beavis and
elevator
Butthead
above the
movie
clouds
was
and
like
shit.
that. It's like
Yeah, man.
the
First
Beavis
of all,
Butthead
again,
was funny
fuck
as
this
fuck.
snow, man. I swear.
it was funny.
Because
As
the snow's
fuck.
so fucking. I mean, of course, you Florida niggas and you Vegas
But
niggas don't
yeah,
know what.
so-
You know, y'all
Yeah,
just
y'all don't
on
know
the whole
Infinite
world
fucking ice
multiverse,
y'all don't
and
know-
how they made it to. It's like y'all don't
Y'all don't
know.
know.
They shot it in the arm with new light and hurricanes and shit and tornadoes.
Well, heat waves we
see,
know.
like,
Hurricanes we don't know.
Actually,
Maybe
we
y'all
get
really
way.
I like the whole alternate justice
Well,
league.
East Coast
Yeah.
does get hurt.
Ultraman,
New York
and
has gotten hurt.
Superwoman,
You know about
and
hurricanes.
y'all get leftover
Owlman.
hurricanes. Like y'all get leftover
Yeah,
immigrants.
they were ruthless as shit too.
They was ruthless, like nigga, that's a lasso of truth.
But yeah,
Okay,
this damn
yeah,
snow,
like,
this weather,
y'all
and everything.
prove
Like
I'm
that. I fucking
innocent,
hate
like,
snow, man. I hate
look at
shoveling
this
it. I
nigga
hate
like,
driving through it. I hate driving
nigga.
on it. Yeah,
Lasso of submission.
Blizzard or Florida.
I was like, yo.
Like, I need
all the crazy people,
hard,
and
man.
bad drivers, and
Yeah, I mean, but yeah,
broken
just-
English and no English or no English.
I swear, if I win the lottery, I'm getting myself a fucking winter home
The
somewhere.
action.
I'll get a winter home in Florida, goddamn it. If I
The story,
just get
just
some winter
overall,
for
the
about
pacing
four
was
months.
just
homes in Florida.
good, but I guess I
Summer
say the alternate realities was the
summer all
star
year, nigga.
of this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. Like, I mean, first of all,
we got a little show for you
the
tonight,
animation,
man.
I
Obviously
was
starting
starting
with,
with first though,
as the
progressed in the
story,
offering
I got
from
used
last
to it,
week,
and then
man,
after
where
I
we
was
saw
just like, oh, okay.
one
I think I just
Artur
watched the movie
Beterbiev
for a lot
or
longer before
Beterbiev or however
I
I've heard both
shit is
pronunciations of
actually
that
fire,
shit. You know,
They've been using that
and,
animation for a while.
Callum Smith.
Though. Like I don't know why they.
Before we get
kinda-
into that fight, though,
I'm not the biggest fan.
It doesn't matter
Like,
how
it's
you
cool.
doesn't matter how
Like,
you
it's
say
okay,
it.
but I like when it looks smoother. Like,
BF,
I
all it
think there
knows
was
is
some other ones that they
better
did
BF,
previously
better
that was
BA.
more of a fan.
Yeah.
Artur's gonna
Right.
punch.
Yeah, because I know that dude fought with a little chip on his shoulder, everything about it, and then
before we
the
get into that
story,
fight, though, we got
it did for
props
the
for
most
the
part
first fight of the year candidate for
source
this
material
for
for 2024, man. You know, there wasn't like, there was very Jason Maloney
of it.
and Saul Sanchez. There we go. Was the worst thing about that movie. And they put this shit on the
worst thing
ESPN Plus
about the
portion, not
movie,
even on the main card. And good lord, like talk about
the animation.
yeah. See,
for
this
me,
is
just
where
the-
they could
I thought they
have. They
focused
could
too
have
much
easily
on
put this as the
the
opener
Flash
for the main
and,
card
and his
instead of playing
romantic
on ESPN
situation.
Plus. Because unfortunately, I get it. They probably want to say, "Oh, they want to give people reasons." I get it.
watch
The
the
ESPN Plus portion.
Yeah.
Because we got
just
this
felt like it
telephone
didn't
there.
move
Why do you always choose boxing to do
Like
that?
it should have. It was.
I
I don't know. I don't know why
it
they
handled
shit,
too much.
yo.
Like
Because that fight
maybe I think
deserved to
that's the
be on
difference
regular
between
ESPN, like
maybe
the
it's
whole
a
main
half a
card, the main
point
part,
or
on the
maybe
main
a
card
point.
because
This
that-
nigga with his
But
fucking child
agree with
actor
you on that.
poses.
Like, yeah, the animation could have been better, or they could have used better at different animators, and
you silly as
the
hell.
whole Flash
Yeah, but man,
romance.
oh,
no, I agree with him though. Like,
I understand
I'm just
the
like,
scenes, but
what
they
are
just
you
kept
doing?
going back to it. Like
Right,
it's annoying.
It's one of those mistakes.
And nigga married this bitch
It's just
already.
like when
Shit.
fucking Barry Zepeda was on ESPN Plus instead of regular ESPN.
Like,
You know,
even
like,
she at the end was getting tired of it. Like,
Super
look, man, like you ain't even.
Yeah,
not going
that was just like, yo, if that was like regular ESPN, that
we
shit
all
would
here, bro.
this shit would have trended like 10 times more
Like,
than it
let's just go.
actually did. That's
So,
like,
like,
you know,
yeah.
but yeah, this one was just like,
Well, yeah,
Maloney won to keep
but,
this.
like I said,
Sanchez won. Those motherfuckers threw some hands for 12
particular thing.
good rounds.
So
like,
I mean, so would
they
you
tore each
recommend
other
and what
up,
was your
pause.
score for the movie?
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
Maloney
I
was being like a
recommended,
stuck pig. Like I think like the earliest the fourth
I
round.
this an 8. Like this
Sanchez
Sanchez
was like applying that pressure on him,
agree.
and then it was like it had a
Like,
whole ebb and flow. Like
better animation.
like a stuck pig. Like why he can't
Probably
even
give
give
this
you
a
like
9, and that's
goat or
even with the
something,
romance.
hey man, cause stuck pig is
I mean,
If you
the
take away
word.
the romance, or
You don't even need
minimize
shout out to
you
the
fucking
Brits. Hold on.
minimize it.
Shout out to the Jim Ross
Make no
reference.
words.
That he used to
Minimize
say
it.
that all the time.
Maybe
He is
it's
bleeding
still
like
an
a
8,
stuck
but I don't know.
Shout out
Maybe
to
it does
Jim
go to a 9, but
And then
Yeah,
plus,
it's a
if
solid
you
eight.
watch
It's-
them videos
it's
too,
probably
you know,
one
when
of
you
the
see people,
better
you know, you see
DC
Pitch
or
getting slaughtered, you know,
Justice League
you
movies
get
we've
that,
had in a while.
you really can see what that
absolutely,
show's
yeah.
all about.
DC
You know, now that I make it
I have
happen,
never
fail.
watched that, and I never
So
will.
it's just like,
So,
yeah, they really have to fail.
that sounds like
I'm not
something
gonna lie,
you'd
man.
see off of the Zone.
Yeah,
Off
like every now and then, like this is the thing with
You would-
DC,
you
like
you would watch that.
After a
because you
while,
don't
they'll
need that.
get happy with
I
just
eat
pumping
it.
out
I'm not trying to
sixes.
see what it looks like when they get
like
killed.
shit that's
So,
like
no.
cool. Like I think
Man,
the one before this,
my
you know
stomach
what I mean?
can
Like,
take that because I mean, animals
then
are not killed humanely.
They'll,
for
you
this
know,
shit, so I already
like
know
every
what time
3
it is.
movies, they'll give you like something that's like an 8, 9, or 10.
Yeah, but yeah, Maloney,
Right.
man, Sanchez, like
You know,
it was
like,
just
they,
like
they have legit classics.
withering
Then they have
so,
some
you
ones
know,
where it's like
Sanchez was. I know.
you know,
I think both of them were
like,
trying to touch
if
each
you're a
other's
fan, you might
bodies,
watch it.
pause.
Like, for instance,
You
when
know, it's just
Batman
like,
and Superman,
yeah,
the sons of Batman
Sanchez,
and
I think
Superman.
the only flaw Sanchez did is Sanchez
That
was
was
not
like a
used to
damn-
going 12 rounds like that.
It's a
So
less
he was,
serious
so
one,
he,
but it's
so
still
he
a little
faded
hard,
kind of in like
but
the
it's like a
last
6.
quarter of
It's
the
like
fight
it's
a
not
little
one
bit.
of those like
And Maloney,
yeah, you
know,
you'll miss it. If
I don't
you
know about these
like,
Australians though, but
like, you
when they
gotta see
need to
it
turn it
type
up, they get they get a little
Like, this is
dirty.
one of
Like,
those
dude was
where, like,
pushing him
yo,
towards the
like,
ropes.
you
And,
fuck with DC,
you know,
so,
hitting him with
you
like
know, nigga,
everything,
you
like under the sun.
Right.
Like I know, I'm pretty sure I saw some
I
elbow,
like the
an
fight
elbow
with
or
Luke
two,
Sletter.
something.
I said
I
Luke
don't
Sletter.
know, but Maloney was making it like
Lex Luthor.
incredibly rough. Like,
Yeah,
and rightfully so, he had to. And I agree.
I mean,
with
you know,
that.
at that point you have to, but
Yeah,
I didn't get to
it's
see
like,
the
I
fight.
agree
But
with the
damn,
rest
sounds
of
like
the
I missed a
state
good one,
too,
motherfucker. Like
And, I mean,
I saw the damn
it's only part one, so
the
co-main, which
part
was
2 is
good.
going to be.
yeah.
I don't know
yeah,
when
Kristen
part 2 is going to
Belly. Yeah, that was a good
At
slugfest.
least
This one
sets it up.
This one,
you know, for
Maloney and
what's gonna
Sanchez,
happen.
they tore each other
So,
up like for 12
And that's the important
rounds.
thing.
Though.
Is to, you know,
But the only thing that I
that's
disagree with though is the score.
summarize
Though.
loose
I mean,
but not tie it up.
one of them was a draw, which
Yeah.
was cool with me, but the other one was like
yeah,
161.
the way it ended,
I didn't
wow.
think it was.
I had it 7-5 Malone.
Yeah, like
That's what I had.
do you know when the next
Yeah,
one's gonna come out?
I had some
No,
too,
not
but it
yet.
could also
I
been
haven't gotten a date
7-5
on
to
that just
Sanchez too. It was that. It was that close. But let me see if 8-4 was just like I didn't see that for either fighter at all.
Oh, that was one of those Twitter scores or a King P back foot boxing score. They threw that shit in there like, yeah, we got an 8-12. Like, we got an 8-4. Like, what?
I mean, the funny thing is there was no back foot. There was no back foot
later in
this fight.
2024. No particular.
I know because if you got a 7 rounds of 5 score, then it had to be enough.
Wow,
Aggression
I don't
where it was like,
I
oh,
remember doing
can't
it,
back foot
like a
boxing novice.
I mean,
scoring,
usually if they have a
throws
sequence,
2
like
cents
its own,
in there,
it's like
fuck
its,
it up.
it's like its
Like,
own standalone.
both
like them
both y'all
Suicide
niggas
Squad
had the same
ones that they
score.
did,
Like,
like
wow, like
before, like
well, remember that
yeah,
Batman one where it was
like I mean,
Two-Face
I
and
had
all them
Maloney
niggas?
winning, but
Yeah.
Maloney could have
I think
easily.
we reviewed
But if
that.
they
Like,
said
that one
Sanchez
was
won by those scores,
a
I
sequel,
would have
like
like
a
I would
direct
like I
sequel
wasn't
type.
that bad at that. I'm like, okay, cool, he
Like,
did.
okay, cool. You know,
but
second
I
part story type
I
shit.
figured it was a close
This
fight.
one having
There should be
three,
A-side
but at least they're
left,
giving it to you in the same year.
Yeah, but yeah, when I heard
Right.
8-4, I'm like,
You know,
oh
of
yeah,
course, just,
Bob made
as
the
always,
call
I'll
on
watch
this
out
one.
for them.
They
And,
treated him like he was Jose Ramirez.
because we'll, my
You
media
know,
hub
and Sanchez, Sanchez. I mean, obviously wasn't really too happy about that shit too. But it was just like it's just nature of the beast, man. I mean, if shit just didn't fade, like shit just
well, I've been looking at it. Trust me, I've been trying to like
in like the last
three rounds or so like that.
So far,
I can say
he probably would have walked away with that. I'm just saying, like someone should be one. I posted a whole picture of both of them. The next morning, like both their eyes like shut and black eyes all over the place.
Oh yeah, that was them. I didn't recognize it was only at first. I was just like,
yeah. The funny thing too is because when I was looking around for that movie or whatever, someone's like, okay, here it is. It was that time. There was another show that was named Mayhem.
That shit was a war.
So anybody got a link to that? You can send my way.
Like, geez, I even posted the trailer. Like, it's clearly not the same. Absolutely, I'm pretty sure it must be on YouTube already. If it's not, or Daily Motion.
For real,
one of those sites.
Yeah, what about that Tokyo Revengers?
I got a few places I can check first.
Like, you came across that?
What's up, Deontay Jones?
About that one, I will.
Yeah. We know why you're here, but
like English subs.
I mean, Deontay, I'm gonna tell you like this. Like, you can't talk right now because we're both
out there. Like, these niggas up there, y'all like. Yo, you can't really be too loud at least within a week. Like, y'all.
I was gonna say, I feel you. Today, you can't like Pat and Deontay.
That's like saying like
neither of them.
You go to someone's house.
Yeah, we can't
say burgers and fries. Like,
both them teams went to Cancun. So
yeah, nigga make you
exactly.
We both go. Yeah, y'all both got hoes.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. You know, I think I was not happy with that shit.
I got some tang in here.
You know, I'm not gonna dwell on that shit because
tang is random. Why the fuck I said tang?
That's a random ass thing. Yo, Tang. I was
tang in the cheeseburger.
If you haven't seen that fight, I watch this morning. Go ahead and watch that. Tang was, and then Christian and Billy, of course, man. You know, now of course that dude's supposed to be what Canelo's mandatories.
Anyway,
we'll see how long he actually takes to actually him for him.
Eat the burger. You start eating the burger.
You know what I'm saying?
Though, Benavidez gotta wait. You know this nigga waiting.
And then Tang kind of wake you up because the burger is hitting.
Because he faced Ron Murdoch for whatever reason thought it was a good idea to try to take from Billy.
And the nigga's like,
within about 3 rounds, he realized that Billy just like broke him down and was like was snapping his head all the way the fuck back. Again, Henny God, like
bring the whole meal.
It's not that type of podcast tonight, bro. Like
me bringing that. Niggas is like fucking restaurant. They'll bring the appetizer, the meal like 5 minutes afterwards.
Yeah, because the nigga's probably a Niners.
You got like a sampler or some big ass appetizer.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Like, again, it's not this. This ain't the cast. We also have to.
But yeah,
we also what happened on Wild. Yeah, let's not rehash.
Y'all make sure y'all see that if you're a DC fan. And any other dope movies?
Christian Billy, though, like that is some, bro. Like I said,
I see a
guy that like throws everything into his face. I remember I heard someone refer to him looking like Jeff Lacey, and I'm thinking to myself,
this defense.
No, his defense. I'm not hearing good.
I didn't realize he was that short. He's like
5.5,
you know, for
because you know how it is with some of those B movies. Some of those B movies be hitting like they're like A-level movies.
He made Murdoch look better than what he was
exactly what the budget is. Yeah, and like
Murdoch
actually look because Murdoch actually had some moments in the fight,
that movie,
but you just could hurt him
like
enough like that.
It's not really that good.
He kept getting hurt his damn self. Like that's what. Why do these people keep? This is one of those fights where either defense,
your excellency,
or whoever punched harder. You help us get like a great Scott
and Billy had
Tony
Jaa, more better defense, and he punched a little harder.
Movie.
That's what you kind of get. That's the result.
Yeah, because Michael Jai White
low key reminded me of a new era Kirkland versus Tapia Jr.
Anytime you put two
one, man, that's a hell of a comparison.
I mean, oh my god! Think about it. It's two middleweight type of
why y'all putting these budgets in a good, decent scrap at first, but then one kind of just pulls away from it and just starts
wasting their money. Like,
it's not the pure trash separation you see in the Kirkland fight. Kirkland just turns it up where it's just like, oh my goodness, like he literally goes like Akuma.
I've been looking. Like, trust me,
self-destruct mode. Like, he just goes up that notch.
You'll get it.
In this one, you just kind of see a guy got more intensified. I mean, you can have another guy just not protecting himself is good.
But luckily though, Murdoch had a corner that and rest that Shakira was well being. So they took him out to the point before something bad happened.
Yo, wrap this shit up. I don't have any.
Incredibly bad.
Let's wrap it up.
I'm only gonna get worse.
Christian Billy though, dude. I know if he's gonna fuck with Canelo, man, he's got to he's got to some defense, bro.
Who can't mess with Canelo? What are we talking about? Canelo, dude. If Canelo lands the punches that Murdoch was landing, that fight's over.
Right, exactly.
I mean, you know, my nigga, like it's just. But just when you land those good shots, you got to be able to box your way out of getting hit on the way. I mean, like Murdoch would land a good shot, then he'll take 2 or 3. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm always putting them up in the stories first. Like I be sometimes I be training niggas like every day. He hadn't really going at sometimes, but week and this week, so you gotta get the time to really sit down and like. I would say if put up like set up the content like not talking about to be a rush and Shishkin that type of shit. Breaks off. Shout out to Pat for fucking
possible.
I can uploading the last one, like if Shishkin got a little more polish to his game, that's a good look. I think Billy might have that raw power on his way though. Got more. The defense ain't there. More in boxing.
Their best bet is to probably just kind of keep him as an attraction because you hear the fans chanting M. Billy sound like MVP.
That's how we do it.
MVP. They were. I say just keep it as an attraction until the belts open up. I mean, because
a future world champion
he's exciting.
From Florida will come
from this
camp right here.
So you basically want him to,
what I'm saying?
Charles Martin his way.
This week you'll get it from the bottom. You'll see.
He'll get explosive.
Will progress enough.
I mean, he did knock out Demar Nicholson like early. He brutally knocked him out. Obviously,
one or the other.
Yeah, one of it. They're gonna make an impact. That's all I can really say. Because sometimes
really though, I mean, it depends though. I mean, maybe with the right matchmaking, he might stumble upon a title. But if they put him in there with like a Morel or Shishkin or whatever like that, that shit might get derailed like ASAP.
Be all out. Does he beat Caleb Plant? So we'll see. It's like a trick bag.
Can beat Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant, I mean, has finesse to him, but Caleb Plant's powers, I don't know if it's gonna be enough to keep Billy off him for 10 or 12 rounds, whatever that might be.
Alright, because he
Saudi Arabia fight.
He ain't beating Morel.
Oh, there you are, nigga.
60-40.
Berlanga.
That nigga said harmonize. Hold on. Berlanga. Yeah, that's got busy on this shit.
He could beat Berlanga.
Sorry, my bad. I had to step away for a minute, but I'm back.
That's a good. I don't know. McGear's regressed. I mean, that direction told me because he's not with Eric Morales anymore, and he showed that he regressed big time in that Derevyanchenko fight. But in McGear though was blessed with a hell of a chin though. Jeez, it's hard to dent that guy sometimes.
We're making those are good little fun fights. If I was him, I'd try to go that route.
Yes.
Get the Berlangas and the Mangias and Thursday. Y'all make sure y'all
McGear though he be avoiding everything that's time close to.
Even if we not on time, y'all niggas
50-50 challenge.
That music. They got a Ryder fight, but I'm just like be on time. We gonna explain the rules.
He should beat up Ryder. Like that's the thing.
Back to the music shit. No more games. That's already been taken to here. Tell a friend, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? And they're trying to play it off like it's a good competitive fight, like it's a crossroads out when it's not. He came back on some busy bones showcase bullshit. He was like, yo, nigga, the music
Ryder get brutally knocked out.
Yeah, so
we'll probably get more into that like next week.
Be ready for that Thursday. Hold on, real quick. We bringing the honey guy. That's all I got. Next in line for the title. Thank you. That's all I got. And what is wrong with that though? Let's wrap this shit up.
There you go.
You always been putting in enough work at heavyweight to really deserve a title shot.
You guys for
I think he's asking
us, as we do our thing, as we get to the top.
His Excellency
we have our website. His Excellency wants it. I mean, it depends though, because because the IBF belt, if Usyk and Fury don't go through with their rematch or just whatever.
Even if they go through,
like I said,
even if they go through with
Deontay Jones can't talk no boxing or whatever because shit.
IBF doesn't care about.
Football.
You're so traumatized. You don't even know the sport.
and like I said too, Joshua should. I mean, first of all, Joshua should actually beat Ngannou. Like this is not no Fury shit. Like literally,
you see how niggas is already trying to hate on the fight? Like, oh my god, you should have. You know what it is? Because motherfuckers don't want Joshua to have a one-up over Fury.
Yeah, whatever.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I can see that.
They see that Joshua won't take that fight serious, beat dude's ass.
Yeah, and fun things too, it's not just like. Fun things too, it's not even just like regular casual fans. I saw Marcus Brown's fuck ass comments on Twitter talking about that shit too. Talking about that boy has real African strength, and I think what's his name? It's not Foster. The football. Yeah, that's what the football is a different type of energy. Like one football season, I forgot who was like, no, he's like, Joshua's from Africa too, but no, Ngannou's from really from Africa. Like he's from he's from trenches and shit like that. And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck is this? What the fuck are these niggas talking about? Like
coming down the
Joshua doesn't look like he's from, he's like from the King P block of Africa.
Salute King Sung. You came in as we're wrapping up, bro. I know we still. We still owe you a video game topic.
For loss of a better word, you know what I mean?
We will get to that. We'll get to something. Lamont Roach had to check him. Was like, what are you talking about, bro? For sure. Joshua should win. But yeah, for myself, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, LB should have got the GOAT artist. You right, King P. Bodega, PF for Conscious Pilot. Yeah, but people are interested. This has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk. Where as always, shit's real. We talk about it. So the next time, I'm just like, what are they talking about? Like, Josh, it's actually an insult for me to say Joshua. Like, Ngannou's just not gonna find this dude's chin like that. Like, I mean,
we see that's what makes it interesting though, because we saw what Ngannou did with Fury, and Ngannou showed he's capable enough. Joshua showed that he's been vulnerable enough, but he's been looking good. So it just has that appeal. I don't know. It's a good fucking. The lady I teach boxing to today asked me about that fight, and I'm like, damn. Like, what do you think about the Joshua Anthony Ngannou fight? I'm like, okay, shit. Like, Ngannou should beat his ass. Like, I mean, Joshua should beat his ass. Yeah.
And the funny thing too is, honestly, the fact that they heard of it. And this is, and it's just gonna be on the Zone pay-per-view and all that shit. So I'm thinking to myself,
wow.
If they're hearing like honestly, I'd be wondering like, how did you even hear of this? I mean, ESPN obviously covered. ESPN's like for once actually did his due diligence. And actually,
I should have asked her that because I was like, I was probably more surprised she knew about it. To even ask, like, how did you hear about that?
Honestly, ask her. I want you to ask because I'm actually curious to see because it's just like sometimes it's not. I mean, obviously, if you follow combat sports at any point, also you'll hear from. But I'm just curious how she heard of it.
Yeah. I mean, because she just really started getting into boxing a couple of weeks ago, so just to pop up, like, what do you think about the Joshua? Like, oh shit, yeah, you. Yeah, this goes on the Ring Gang research.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Salute, hey, what up, John's daughter? What it do? Ring Gang, yes, sir, in the building. You know what it is. Tuesday night edition, nigga.
Yeah, and then, just get back to the card, Beterbiev and Callum Smith, man. Now, before the fight, they had a little controversy going on there because Beterbiev, and it shouldn't have been reported anyway, had atypical findings, in his drug tests. Atypical means basically it's a little higher than usual, but because the threshold for that is your TE ratio has to be 4-1 for an athlete or 6-1 if you're in New York or whatever. So they thought his shit was kind of on the higher side, but not necessarily past the threshold. And then
was it like Lamont Peterson high?
No, it wasn't like that or a Mickey Bay or that type of shit. Mickey Bay was probably one of the worst cheats ever. That motherfucker had like 25 times the limit, like that. And how do you have that as a fucking lightweight? That's the fun that's the shit that killed me because let's put it, he never got any knockouts after that. And once he popped dirty, I don't think that dude had no knockouts after that. You know what I'm saying? But but then they did a test and they found Beterbiev had two things in the system that was kind of elevated, but they were naturally produced. So they were like, okay, we need to do some more testing on you just to make sure that you are you're not dirty, which he passed all his tests. But Eddie Hearn was kind of like, oh yeah, we gotta watch him and stuff like that. And so did I think Liam Smith. They started talking a little trash about it, and Beterbiev was like, I am a clean athlete, and stuff like that. So yeah, I think he kind of took it out on Callum Smith in the ring, man. Callum, I mean, that might be that's probably that might be like Beterbiev's probably most composed like performance, because he didn't even get trademarked. Like usually in these fights with Beterbiev, motherfucker be acting again, black eyes and little blood here and there, but he be smiling because he loves that shit. Like Callum Smith,
and that's the thing. Like Smith landed on him like enough where like Smith actually landed some good shots, but looking at Smith's performance and now like really summarizing his career and especially his offense, one thing that's always hurt him as a fighter, he's not assertive enough.
Well, he's assertive. If they're more his size, he's assertive. But for whatever reason, smaller fighters, this motherfucker just fights in a shell with I don't know what the hell.
I mean, he was assertive with Groves. Like, they gave us a good ass fight.
Yeah, they did. But but Groves was kind of like, I think he was kind of like injured. I think that's part of the reson why he knew that he didn't have no fear.
But even then, it's just his natural style. It's like he's just not assertive. Like he tries to place everything perfectly. He'll have offensive spurts where it's like he'll push a guy back and you'd be like, oh, okay, or he'll land a double left hook. But he's never a guy who just has success and he's like, okay, I'm gonna work on that success. Like I could pull myself. He's not like the Israel Vasquez where he could be getting outworked, but he's still gonna work in that left hook and hey, voila, I got a late round stoppage of Gonzalez or somebody. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
right.
He's just not that type of guy. Like, if Caleb Smith can't start winning early, he doesn't have it in him to then will himself any further. Like, he's a little assertive. He shows little fights in pockets, but it's just not enough. Because there was some moments where I felt like he got Beterbiev's respect, but it's so brief because he doesn't do nothing with it. Like, he landed like a good left hook on Beterbiev.
Yeah, and Beterbiev clearly felt the power, but all he did was just make him reset, and then Callum Smith didn't do anything, and then Beterbiev just went back to popping him with that jab. That jab, I mean, first of all, like a small fighter that was out jabbing him, like Smith had the reach and everything like that. My goodness, though, Beterbiev's jab, like. You can tell he hits incredibly hard because Callum Smith's head was snapping all the way the fuck back. Like every time he landed that shit, it was like you could tell that his brain was getting all types of rock. So like, yeah, that shit.
Yeah, like I mean, my sister was talking about how that nigga got hit with the how he hit that nigga in the throat.
Yeah, that uppercut in the throat.
Like I was like, oh my god,
that was nasty. That shit was nasty.
And it wasn't just like it was right in the throat. I'm thinking to myself, god damn, either this motherfucker is like has a strong like esophagus or whatever. Like how does that not, like how does he not get like crushed like that, like or even go down like something like that? That shit is too crazy. Like people don't get hit in the throat like that. Like because usually people get chopped in the throat. They go down, they hold in their neck because because they can't breathe. But it was all bad. The jab trademarked both of Callum Smith's eyes, and then Beterbiev, like once he got, and then Callum Smith, for whatever reason, stayed on the ropes too, this is another thing too. Like I don't know what his issue is. Like
that's the whole not being assertive shit I be talking about. Like you're too big to just concede ground like that. I can't stand seeing a big nigga box timid like that shit.
Yeah, no, and this is what and of course that's why I cooled off on Callum Smith, because I thought he would actually beat Canelo because he had the attributes to do it. And instead he let Canelo punch him in his arm for 12 rounds until his arm got blown up. It's just like
just a non-assertive, just
it was a lot of one-way traffic. There was a lot of one-way traffic.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe Callum won a round before he got stopped, but it was pretty much a shutout. I mean,
I don't think he won a round. He did. His rounds were competitive, but it's always felt like it was competitive enough to say, "Hey, I'm losing with respect."
Right, right.
It's not a I'm losing, but I'm trying to win this motherfucker. Like Anthony Yard went out hard. Like, pause or bars or how the fuck I want to call that.
Pause and bars, nigga.
but like he let you know, like, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, damn, you British niggas do y'all not get tired of letting Russians whoop on y'all? Like, I know Dylan White got it back with Povetkin, but I mean, Povetkin had to catch COVID and
right.
You know, it's like we know, but it's like it ain't the same, man.
Right.
And it's like, man, like y'all get it together. But Beterbiev the truth. Oh, shout outs Android. What it do, cuz?
But yeah, you know, Beterbiev. Honestly, because pretty much was only a marathon because they kept on harping. Yeah, you know, Callum Smith has never touched the canvas. I'm like, shit. It's only about a marathon before he actually will. And then, of course, it happened when he was on the ropes. And I think it was like a right hand that started it, and then like a barrage just had that. You know, Callum got guys set right down the canvas.
I'll say this: a lesser ref would have stopped that fight in the 4th round. Right?
Yeah. I mean, funny thing too is like Callum Smith, he got up from that first knockdown. I was like, damn, it's only about to delay the inevitable, and then seconds later he was put right back on the canvas, and he didn't even bother. Like, he didn't bother to. And the funny thing is too, he got fucked up because while Beterbiev was doing his prayer thing, Smith had was on the verge of like collapse and just walking back to his corner. Like he had to get down, like he got on his hands and knees because his mind was still like fucked up from them shots. So, but yeah, I know Eddie was probably disappointed too. But then like I said, I actually thought that at least Beterbiev would win, but I thought Callum Smith would at least put him through the ringer. That didn't happen. Like, Callum Smith just got ate up like it was nothing. And Beterbiev, like, I think that was probably his best performance to date. Because usually he'd be having trademarks, be bleeding all over the place, but no, dude was in his locker room afterwards, like laughing and smiling and shit, like he just damn near beat somebody half to death. Looking mad, immaculate, no cuts, no nothing.
I mean, like 70% of people, it seemed like most people pick Beterbiev to win, but they expect them to
not on that Twitter poll.
But I'm saying they expect them to get hurt or rocked, and obviously that didn't.
And then you see Callum Smith there, his eyes looking like Quasimodo and shit like that.
That nigga took a Andre Berto type beating.
Yeah, like that was a serious ass whooping. It was to the point where you could tell that dude was having a lot of reflection. He was reflecting hard as he was giving that interview.
Yeah, he was. Like, he was like, I've had a good career this year. And I'm like, damn, he really put it on you. Pause. If you up here, like, when you have one of those reflective ass whoopings where you're thinking about life in general, like, it's been a good run. Like, nigga.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if Counselor says he was going to retire today or he's going to retire tomorrow or whatever, fuck, I wouldn't even be surprised because that was just like deep reflective. Because I think he realized how badly beat up he got in the ring. And sometimes some of these boxers, like, all it takes is like really one good beating, and some of them just like, I don't think I can take any more of this, and I think they're done. And that was the same vibe I was getting from Callum Smith in that dressing room interview. But I mean, like I said, though,
I mean, I'm not gonna say what I want to say, but I'll say he definitely took. That was like a career, like that shortens careers. That type of beat.
Yeah, it was. And he didn't need to and anything like that. But like I said, it's just like I would say, he just didn't assert himself enough offensively to get Beterbiev's respect, or at least to keep him on.
Shit, fuck it. I'll say it. You know what? Fuck it. That man, Beterbiev might have given Callum what Callum had written on his shorts: autism.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Autism into
I was about to say, hold on. He Mundo? I was like, he gave him a world beating? Like, I guess you could say that. Like, that was a world class beating, but yeah, you took it there. Like,
King P always take it there. Like this ring game for real though.
But it's like, I mean, I said that one of the issues with Callum is that Callum doesn't move his head enough, and against a guy like Beterbiev, if you're not going to move your head, then he's going to move it for you until he knocks it off.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, obviously, Callum Smith has, it's going to be. I know both Eddie and them were like, we'll just have to decide. We'll have to see where this future is like. But Beterbiev, though, however, cleared a very important hurdle now to set up what's probably going to be after Ramadan, of course. I think either in May or June or something like that. The long-awaited unification with Dmitry Bivol. Because one thing too, we follow His Excellency on Twitter, and I guess Beterbiev is one of his serious fights, because dude was posting all type of pictures talking about Allahu Akbar and all this type of stuff like that, and then it's like alhamdulillah, dude was wild. He really wanted Beterbiev to win that fight, so now I know Bob and I'm talking about we'll try to do it after Ramadan and stuff like that. So of course we knew
it was coming. So
right.
Pause.
Yeah, and like I say, and obviously it's about damn time too, because Beterbiev and it almost gets to the point where those two were champions at the same time for at least almost 7 years. So actually, it's probably gonna be 7 years by the time they actually fight, and and nothing has happened. Like they need
it's finally happening. It's finally happening. So
yeah,
but it's basically. And it's funny because I was talking about it, that the way that he fought in the Callum fight makes me think he fought that way in preparation for Bivol. Mm-hmm. There were certain things I feel like trying to do to okay, let me get ready. Let me use some of these things that I could use in a fight with Bivol. That power jab, that certain things he was doing, like the power jab movement a little bit, because he could have got Callum out early.
But, absolutely. Yeah, he could have absolutely got counted early, for sure.
But it's like you've got a guy that you basically got it in the bag. So it's while he's here, let me try out some things. Let me try this out. Let me do this. Let me do that. See how this works. So he knows. Beterbiev knows who he's going to be in the ring next with. He knows who he's dealing with.
What's that fucking snoring sound, nigga?
Yeah, I'm trying to say, who's that snoring?
What the fuck?
Pilot is on mute, so I know it's... Yeah, I was like, who the hell?
I was hearing even when I was on mute. That's why I was like, what the fuck?
Honestly, nigga, I thought it was you.
No, I'm over here if my body not even near me. I'm like,
yeah, that's why
I'm sorry, KP. I know you was talking. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, I was like, yo, who? I was hearing it too. I was like, yo, all of us are. I thought, my bad. I thought it was, that's why I muted you. I was like, wait a minute. I know this
that's cool. You did the right thing, bro. There's no problem.
Yeah, cause I was
I'm sorry. Y'all keep going. It's a good combo.
Yeah, no, but with Beterbiev and honestly, I know Android obviously probably does not like the fact that it's going to be on the Zone. Oh, actually, wait a minute. No. Is he going to be? No, it's going to be on ESPN Plus because it's not going to. Because since they're both top ranked fighters, so yeah, this should get some. Whether or not we'll get the type of build up, that the fight deserves remains to be seen. It is a clear super fight, and it's a fight where pretty much the winner. Funny things too. Personally, I think Beterbiev is already top 5 pound for pound. He could be anywhere from maybe 3, 4, 5-ish. Probably no lower than that. Because as I said before with Beterbiev and Monster are the only two are the killers that body other killers. They do it very easily, or not, I would say easily. They do it very efficiently, especially Beterbiev. Beterbiev is because as I said before, light heavyweights is a division, and where LB famously said too, sometimes they fight once a year because they gotta, they have to heal up. Not because they want to be inactive, just because they got fucked up and they have to heal up in order to get back in the ring again. And like I said, this is just the thing with Callum. This is why Callum Smith now. Callum Smith got fucked up, so So I wouldn't be surprised if he does come back, he won't come back until like the summertime or some shit like that. Do that being, man, because 175 is a hard division. It's a hard division to fight in. You know what I'm saying? Because because everyone there, with the exception of even Bivol, is like punchers, like serious punchers. So yeah, I look forward to Beterbiev and Bivol. Like, you know, like it's like finally, you know, like it's one of the fights that have to happen, because the fun things too is I thought Beterbiev would have shown at least a little bit of decline. And for a guy that's gonna be 39 this year, he didn't show not one bit of decline either way, like none of that. And like I said, it was just an easier night for him than you expect though. But
I think people expected a bigger, you know, like showing of decline because of how he looked against Yard.
Yeah. Yeah, and now I'm just taking that Yard fight as like Yard was just hitting him with some shit, and clearly it was affecting Beterbiev.
Well, I mean, Yard is, to me, Yard brings different things to the table than Callum. Yard is more athletic. Yard punch for punch is a bigger puncher. So
he got more heart.
He does.
And then remember, Yard improved too. Like Yard won his rematch to his King Arthur.
Yeah.
Been doing his thing, so he improved a bit. So we kind of got to give Yard credit when credit's due, because you know he put on like he started out the year, you know, giving it his all and setting the year right with a good performance. You know, it was a losing performance, but he impressed me.
Yeah,
and Callum Smith was just more of the same. Like,
yeah. Yeah, and Yard in this fight was actually leading on two of the cards. Like, he was winning the fight. Yeah. One of them.
He had nothing to be ashamed of. Callum Smith, on the other hand,
yeah, it's
all niggas.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and like I said, this time it didn't bother me because, like I said, Beterbiev hit him everywhere. Beterbiev
I'm not disappointed. I'm not disappointed at Callum. Like,
you ain't pick him, nigga. I did. I'm disappointed as fuck.
I think I picked better in 7. I think I picked better in 7.
I'm not, because to me he fought to the level of what he is. This is his level. So it is what it is. You can't be disappointed at someone when they're fighting to the level that you pegged them at. Pause.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Because it brings me to another thing you said. Like, well, this just makes me think of, like, basically, Callum Smith is one of those niggas is wishful thinking. Like, you just kind of, like, if he seems like he's the goods, and you want it to be the goods so bad, so you just overlook certain red flags,
and
then next thing you know, you're in a damn loveless marriage for like so many years, whatever. Wondering like, what the fuck? Why am I here? Like, it's
Yeah, and like I said, that's why I called it for him. Like I said, that whole Canelo performance. Like I said, like that fight infuriated me. Like, you know, so I think I left messages to you, LB, about that shit because I was disgusted with what I watched. I was just like, Jesus Christ, yeah, like, you know, that because Callum Smith is my height, so I'm just looking at myself, just him getting bullied around by Canelo, getting punched in the arm.
I think 5'11".
Yeah, I was type disgusted. I was like, this shit, like you couldn't even imagine the level of disgust, like just watching that shit. I was just like, I cooled off Callum Smith a lot, and I was a supporter, but I was like, I can't condone that tomfoolery. Like, nah.
I just, man, if he had Liam Smith's fucking mentality, man, like, I almost want to do like you know on Invincible with them two alien niggas and how they be switching dudes' minds.
Yeah, the brains and shit.
Yeah, like I always want to I honestly want to do that to them for like 1 year or some shit. Like, yo, get this nigga's beefy's mind and let him see what he could do for his career. Because
Liam Smith gave Canelo a far better fight, a tougher fight.
Everybody a better fight. Like, oh my God, like I hate to be sounding like this, but damn, like. And a lot of people kind of thought Callum Smith had a shot too. Like, and that's why you can't shit on Beterbiev, because this was like, yeah, I think he's right. Like, this might be his best performance.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
he really whooped dude ass. Like,
yeah. So I mean, Beterbiev's playing right now, and then that's why I want to say, because for some reason, although more official Pound for Pound lists have Beterbieve on there, I be seeing a lot of like Pound for Pound lists, especially on Twitter, that don't include dude at all, or they have him like low and shit like that. I'm like, if you don't have Beterbiev at least in your top 5 in there, because he's absolutely worthy of a top 5 ranking at this time, like a Pound for Pound, like, yeah, what are you doing? And like, there's not a lot of fighters that you could actually put above him, like logically, anything like that, because dude is a killer in a killer division. Dude runs his division, like, period. And it's gonna stay that way until Father Time gets him. It looks like.
I rule with an iron fist. I like the what's that? This is 50 Cent starring as the game. I'm not rich and I'm still lying. Autobiographical. I think 50 was on with that song, because at the end he's like, I could push your album back. I could do this. That's how his excellency is now with boxing now, with the whole like, and I could make a title belt. I could make this nigga fight that nigga. Haha. Like.
Saudi Arabia is already talking about, yes, I'll make an undisputed belt. Like, okay, like, you don't really need to do that. Just throw your money around and just, make this fight, make the fights that. Yeah.
This is what y'all gotta understand. And shout out to Android, because he brought this up to me as well. Anybody who's putting that much money into the sport, you're gonna want to get something out of it. Mm-hmm. Other than playing matchmaker. Yeah, you're playing Dream Man, you're playing a matchmaker, nigga. You're literally up here like, how would a prime cannabis sound if you put him with a prime mystical, and then you added MOP, and then you added this, like, you're doing all this shit, like, we get it, it's cool as fuck, but that's no long lasting shit. You know how niggas want their ceremonial shit. So, of course, he's going to say, well, you know what? If I'm making all the most important fights that nobody else can make, and these other belts couldn't make, fuck it. May as well fight for my belt.
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. If 2 celebrity niggas who was beefing and for a whole year talking about they're going to fight, but Ring Gang ends up having these 2 niggas fight on some miraculous shit, when no one else could do it, you better believe these niggas gonna be fighting for a fucking Ring Gang title belt.
Facts.
Like, I can't even hate on him for that, bro. I just, nigga, if he's making undisputed, like, and now shout out to Oscar. I do fuck what Oscar said. Like, I do agree with him. Like, some fights belong in Saudi Arabia, some don't. Like,
right.
Like, that's no hating. It's, some chicks you could holler at them, you could go to their house and holler at them. Some chicks you rather them come to you.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't trying to walk through a hallway with 15 niggas sharing one Black and Mild in a Newport in a dusty fucking abandoned pissy hallway. No. Nah, nope.
Yeah, but I mean, Beterbiev and Bivol absolutely does belong in Saudi Arabia, because let's put it this
Facts.
way: while at least Beterbiev could probably sell in America with the right opponent, whatever. I think Bivol, however, is kind of a mixed bag. Like, it's
Bivol could sell in America. Just let him fucking talk. The thing is, it's like, I mean, I guess we could talk about it a little bit. Bivol he has, like I'll be honest, Callum Smith has better attributes to go at Beterbiev than Bivol has. I think Bivol only does one thing better than Callum Smith, and that's like footwork. And he'll need it against Beterbiev, but he doesn't punch with enough authority. Like, him going this distance in his last fight was like horrible to me.
Yeah, I mean, because the way he was fighting, you was thinking, okay, he's gonna get rid of dude early. At least get rid of him in the first half of the fight. You know, yeah, it's just like, you know, yeah, you can't just.
Even Andre would have got rid of this dude.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like I mean, we've all seen an Andre mismatch before, so you know.
Yeah, I mean, hell, Yard got rid of that dude in the rematch in about 4 rounds, so it was just like, yeah.
And I know people believe, well, Yard's a puncher, like, true, but Bivol was the puncher in that fight.
Right, exactly.
Because he was hurting him with, like, the first combo. I'm like, well, damn, like, it was another one of those, it was a fucking, Dmitry Katarov performances.
Right.
Looking like Catterall in that motherfucker. Like, I don't want to hurt them guys. No. Jab. Like, dude, the jab button on the fucking Sega Genesis controller is like beaten to death now, nigga. Like, there's another fucking punch you could throw. Like, geez, like A is like the smashed in right now. Like, no. Jeez, nigga, like, make me think about the goddamn the James Buster Douglas knockout boxing, like.
Yeah, love the graphics. The gameplay though was just fucking. Was a lot more tougher than it should be.
It was. You just had to get used to it, man.
Right.
That uppercut was the best punch in the fight, though.
For real. You know what I'm saying, though? But yeah, shout out to Beterbiev. You know, Top Rank did put out a very watchable card for them. So, like, you know, salute to them on that. Salute to Beterbiev. Salute to Maloney. Salute to Sal Sanchez. Salute to Christian and Billy. You know, like I said, you know.
And Billy. I like that shit.
And right now, Canadian. If TR has the flag up, we're claiming Beterbiev. I think, yeah. I mean, like I said, Top Rank could do more with Beterbiev. It is now. It's like they got some more highlights. They need to start pushing, dude. Like, they really need to start in building up for this Bivol fight. Like, they need to go ahead and start doing that. Because, yeah. Beterbiev should be a little bit more, like, I mean, should be a lot larger than he should be. But, I mean, part of it's a lot of different things. Politics, injuries, stuff like that. But, yeah, Beterbiev's now at that point where you can really sell him. But, like I said, it remains to see if Top Rank was just going to do that or just going to take the money. That's Saudi Arabia was going to offer them for this fight and be like, well, do what you want to do. I don't care. We got paid. So I'm saying, but yeah, no, it was a good fight. It was a good card overall.